Yo, so many of you guys are totally lost to what women actually find attractive. You just don't know. So I'm going to help you out here. You have a lot of misconceptions about style, and we're also going to get into archetype. And we're going to talk about fitness and health. And I'm going to share my own experiences with you. And you can trust me or you can not trust me. It's funny. It's funny. We're going to get into it. But I promise you, if you're interested in having better experiences with women, this is very important because physical attraction is much more important to women than they let on, than they rate. It's probably equally as important to women, physical attraction, as it is to men. They say it's money, they say it's good values, they don't want to admit it, but if you look at the data, physical attraction is hugely important. So let's get into it. Welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. So if you don't know me, I'm an entrepreneur, adventurer, and human philosopher living out here on Oahu, the island of Oahu, on Hawaii. And I do a lot of cool, fun things with my life. I do private guided hiking tours. I do work on a marine vessel doing marine wildlife tours. And I'm a cryptocurrency trader, and I do YouTube, and I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit different. So I have different ideas, and I'm an authentic person. I'm not cookie cutter. I'm not like everybody else, so I have a unique perspective to share with you. So what has inspired me to make this video is a comment I got from and this, I made a video about dating apps and how people are having such bad experience on dating apps that they're abandoning them. And we're seeing this in the data. The trend is down. There's fewer downloads on Tinder, Bumble, etc. People are having terrible experiences. And from the friends that I talk to, they're spending less time on it. They're getting fewer matches, and they're more trying to go out in person to meet people. And my suggestion is we're going back to meeting people in person more, which is positive. That's not what the video is about. This person leaves me a long comment. I guess in that video I mentioned that I don't know if I'm top 20% attractive or top 10 or top 5. I'm somewhere near the top. I'm someone who gets a lot of likes on dating apps. However, the point is, even when you're getting a lot of likes on dating apps, a lot of the likes I get are from women who are older than I want to date, or women who are out of shape or aren't fit. So it's like, even if you're getting the guy who's getting all the likes, it's not necessarily a good experience because the women I can get in person are more attractive than the women I can get on the dating app. So I don't really use the dating app personally. That's my own personal experience. Just sharing that. That's not what the video is about, but just giving a little bit of context for the comment here. He says, I'm surprised you think you're at the top of the charts for attractiveness to women. And by the way, I don't think that I'm 10 out of 10. I think I'm at least 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10. And I'm going to explain why, but this isn't about me being attractive. This is about what is attractive to women and the misconception that men have about what is attractive that actually women find attractive. So he says, yes, you're still young and slim and can hold a good conversation, but you're not mainstream, and your hairstyle, tattoos, and hygiene would freak out a lot of women. He said, that said, if you say so, you mustn't have much trouble getting the action. But he says, it's funny, he says, you're young and slim, but you're not mainstream, and your hairstyle, tattoos, and hygiene would freak out a lot of women. This is so funny because I get comments from men all the time saying, cut your hair, and they also tell me to shave my facial hair. I've never once in my entire life got a comment like that from a woman. And I will tell you, even in fact today, I had 3 women today compliment me on my hair. One was just asking me how long I was growing it. Another one was just saying, I like your hair. And the other one said, yo, your hair is amazing. It looks like a coral reef. So I'm not doing this to pump myself up and say, oh, I'm so good looking. I'm doing this. I'm trying to highlight the difference between what women like and what men like. Men don't like my hair. And they think because of that women wouldn't like my hair. But I will say here that not every woman likes my hair, but I've never gotten a negative comment. I've gotten many negative comments from men, but never from a woman. And it might be because they don't hold those comments, but I have women all the time saying your hair is awesome. Again, I'm not trying to say, use this to convince you that I'm good looking. I'm just highlighting the discrepancy and and the discrepancy between what men think and what women think. What I'm not trying to appeal my look to men. I'm just being authentic. But if I have to choose, I'm trying to appeal my attractiveness to women, not to men. I'm not gay, right? If I was gay, I would maybe go a different route and say, oh, the men are telling me they want me to be well groomed, I'll be well groomed. The women are not doing that. It's the men. So I'm going to tell you why style is kind of irrelevant, and then come back and tell you why style does matter. And we're talking about archetypes. But look at this. Okay. What women find attractive is, it's so funny. It's so funny how wrong men are about this. You spend way too much time thinking about hairstyle. They cannot even control it. It's a pheromone thing. It's a smell. Women are strongly smell oriented, and they're also visually oriented. If you're physically attractive, they are going to be attracted no matter, regardless of your haircut, regardless of your style. It's a physical attraction, right? That happens automatically and cannot even be turned off. So what can you do, right? What do I know? Well, my BMI is between 20 and 21. It's suggested that that is the most attractive BMI for the face because it gives you a nice jawline, which is one reason I don't mind not having a beard covering it. It's also suggested, I'm not saying I'm the optimal, but right, that's the Brad Pitt Fight Club body, is about 20, 21 BMI, and studies show that's the most attractive face. Also, for the body though, a 24, 25 BMI with a 10% or lower body fat percentage has done perhaps the best with women. So I don't necessarily have the most attractive body, but I have one of the most attractive physical body archetypes, which is less than 10% body fat, 6 foot tall, BMI, whatever. Forget height, because that's totally out of your control. But what you can control is if you get a muscular body and you get your body fat under 10% or 10%, and you're like me, where you're lean, and I'm not slim, like I'm lean and muscular, right? Or you could be more built. Either way is going to work, and it's going to be very attractive to women, and they're going to give you a lot of attention for it. That's the body game, and body game is hugely important, and it supersedes any kind of style, right? You can, DJ Khaled, maybe he's attractive to some, he could do okay with women because of his status, but all of his grooming and his buzz cuts, whatever, doesn't make up for his fat body, right? A physically attractive body is everything. So that's why I know that I'm attractive to women. Now, I don't want to do this to toot my own horn. I want to help you guys so that you can become more attractive to women. But I have a track record of very beautiful women, and I say no to anyone that doesn't fit that standard. Do I have a beautiful woman in my bed every night, at my door every day, staying with me? No. Sometimes I go times without, where it doesn't line up, right? But I'm willing to wait because I know, because of my history, right? Anyways, back to attractiveness. This matters more than anything. And it comes down to your sleep. It comes down to your diet. It comes down to your, lifestyle, the amount of sun you get, exercise, and so on. And it also comes down to your natural smell, right? So you may think, oh, I'm unhygienic, so therefore it's a problem. Well, if you're actually really fit and have an attractive smell, you don't want to suppress that, right? Now, I'm in the ocean every day, multiple times a day, and it's neutralizing it. But if I know that I smell like, I was at an event, and a woman said, like, yo, you smell super sweet. What are you wearing? You smell good. I'm like, that's my body odor you're smelling, right? If you're healthy, you don't want to mask your odor. You want to let it out, right? Women are super smell oriented, and some of you guys know this, of like, why they fucking steal your sweatshirt? They're sleeping in that shit and they're smelling it out of comfort, right? Women are super smell oriented, right? So if you are unhealthy and you're going to spray yourself with colognes and wear this different stuff, that can help, but what would help a lot more is developing a healthy smell. And you develop a healthy smell by developing a healthy body that produces healthy smells, right? I had one girlfriend, she's a good looking girl, she was very smart. She didn't shave her armpit hair. And I'm like, people were like, why don't you shave your armpit hair? I asked her. And she's like, because of pheromones, actually, because the armpit traps the smell. And I read something about attracting men, whatever. And I'm like, it worked on me. She smelled good to me, right? So, now, let's attach style to this a little bit. But the point I'm making is that style doesn't really matter very much. Physical attraction is physiological. It's based on smell, odor, sight, things about your physical body, and everything else is like maybe the trim that you put on the outside of the house that you don't even see when you're on the inside of the house. But we'll talk about style. We'll talk about my hair. There's this misconception about it. What does my hair signal? One thing my hair signals is extremely good health. A lot of people, you might not know this, women know this, cannot grow their hair this long. It stops growing after a while. People have a terminal maximum hair length, right? And depending on your nutrition and your sleep and your health, your hair might not grow longer than here, right? So I'm showing off my health, like I'm a virile man, right? In the Lion Kingdom, the males grow the manes, not the women, because the males have the extra resources to do it. But it's only the strong males that grow manes, because the weak males don't have they're not thriving enough. They have raggedy manes. So I'm growing a lion's mane. Now, this is something that you can do too. But I advise you don't have any balding and you have really nice hair and you have nice nutrition, right? So my style is an additional health signaler, right? Now you might say, well, what about your beard? My beard sucks. I got shit beard genetics. Maybe it comes in later than life. My dad grew an awesome dragon beard, Chinese wizard beard. Maybe I get that later. His came in later. But again, I have the jawline. If you have a nice jawline, it matters less. And again, jawline is under your control. Jawline has everything to do with body fat percentage. And we can get into orthotropics or mewing, as the kids like to call it. But we don't need to do it. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about is archetypes. And when we talk about archetypes, I'm going to talk about niches. So, my body is mainstream attractive. Again, it's maybe not 10 out of 10. It might be a 9 out of 10, or it might be an 8 out of 10. But, and I know this as well because it's like 75% of men are obese or overweight in America. So I'm probably, my body's got to be, 8's too low. It's got to be 8.5 or 9, or maybe 9.5, right? Again, a bigger chest is maybe desirable, or like a bigger, greater ratio of my chest to my waist is maybe desirable. But again, so forget about the body. Let's just focus on style. It's true that certain things will alienate some, but they will attract others. So I could also say that my style makes me niche hot to some women. There's some women who are like, yo, he only bathes in the ocean. He only, he hasn't cut his hair in 10 years. He has tattoos. Those women, I'm happy to screen out. I'm not interested in them because we do not share the same values. The tattoos are less important to me, but the hair and the lifestyle in the ocean, I don't want a woman who's overly hygienic, who's overly grooms, who's spraying a lot of stuff on her. Like, I want my home, if she's going to stay with me, she's not spraying anything artificial. We're using baking soda and vinegar. We don't have crazy fragrances. So I'm happy to screen that out. I want to say no, right? A business, this is not my ideal customer avatar. These are not the women that I want, right? Now, the women that I do want are earth women and ocean women, outdoorsy women who understand, like, yo, if you swim in the ocean, every day, that's great. Like your hair is signaling. It also, I could say this, my hair also signals, it signals confidence, it signals long-termism, it also signals freedom. Because I have the freedom to grow my hair like this, and a lot of men don't, right? It shows a lot of confidence, right? But yeah, you want to think about who you appeal to, right? So like think about archetypes. What is archetype? What do you think when you think about me? Women might tell me that here's things that I got archetypes. Like I look like a yoga teacher, I look like a pirate, I look like a reggae artist. They ask like if I'm such and such artist. They think I'm a musician, or people think that. Like no. Well, I mean I do play music, but I'm not a performing artist, right? So think about these, and then I look like a surfer, right? So think about these archetypes: surfer, yoga teacher, performing, musician, pirate. I also get like people think I'm maybe an actor or something. These are very positive, attractive archetypes, right? I'm not. People don't. I'm clearly not an accountant or a lawyer, right? They don't think I'm a something white collared, right? So there's certain women that want the surfer guy, who want the yoga guy, who want the pirate, right? And it's like it's not mainstream. Well, mainstream is not very attractive, right? What's normal is obese and overweight. So now I'm gonna try to wrap this up while saying like again, the point of this video isn't, oh, I'm super attractive, like trust me, bro, and I'm good with women. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to again fix the discrepancy between what men think is attractive and what women think is attractive, because I'm consistently getting different signals where women are consistently saying, love your hair, it's awesome, never cut it. How long have you been growing it? What's your skincare routine? What's your diet? Tell me more. And men are like, cut your hair, you do better if you cut your hair. Cut your beard, trim your beard, you do better if you trim your beard. Change your style. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm not trying to appeal to the men in physical looks. I'm trying to appeal to the women. Women care more than anything about physical attractiveness, which has nothing to do with the clothes that you wear, has nothing to do with your hairstyle, has everything to do with the habits around your diet, your sleep, your exercise, and your sun, and how you manage stress. And getting in the sun is important too. But you are 100% in control of that. And regardless, whatever you want to do, you will be very attractive to women. At least an 8, but probably a 9 if you get to 10% body fat and your BMI is somewhere between 20 and 25, right? You can be leaner like me, or you can be bigger, right? And if you're leaner, you get a more attractive face. Generally, if you're bigger, you get a more attractive body. So there's a trade-off there, but that gives you a range of things to go for. But low body fat, muscular, that's under your control. It's not easy to do, but it's under your control. And your style, right? Style, I just don't believe matters very much at all, because if she's physically attracted by smell, it's on. It doesn't matter your style very much. But I mean, I personally, again, choose to communicate my style through health. I'm showing my virility through a lion's mane. The only sort of ring I wear is an Oura ring. It's a fitness tracker. I didn't really talk about tattoos a little bit, but that, I mean, gives me this alternative archetype, which, again, women like. And yeah, think about the archetype that you're presenting. And yeah, I mean, if you want to be an accountant or a lawyer or a dentist and give off that, or an engineer, give off that, it can work, and it might work better in terms of stability. But if we're talking about pure attraction, if you have an archetype of like, again, yoga teacher, surf dude, say like fitness guy, musician, something like these. Like those are great archetypes, and you can dress different. Like it's good to be not to be mainstream, right? Women will be interested it just piques curiosity, right? So, yeah, I hope that clears some things up. And also, I hope it doesn't come off as I'm super vain about myself, but so many guys are struggling and don't get it. And I think that I do get it, as far as at least physical attraction, how that goes. So, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Roast me if you think I'm wrong. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. Peace.